Hey guys, Michael here. Anyways, I'm back for another topic with how to feel vibration, energetic vibration to be specific. Now, the thing with energetic vibration, I've showed you guys in the past how to use your hand here or use your fingers here, where you can like create an energy ball in your hand and you can shift the energetic vibration up and down. I don't know if some of you remember that, but like I'm going to go over it again here. Now, before we do that, let's actually use our finger to start feeling energetic vibration in the first place. So what you want to do is take one of your fingers or even your whole hand, like doesn't matter, and you want to shift energy up to your hand here, or your finger, whichever. Now for me, I like to feel the energy where I'll feel the heat, cold, touch, the air, and I'll shift the energy up there, or I'll use energy tools like where I visualize, something tracing along my fingers to focus the energy up there. Or, you can visualize. It's all the same, it's just a focusing technique. But what you want to do once you feel the energy in your hand, and what you're going to be looking for is there's almost going to be like a slight oscillation in the feeling. Like it's very subtle, but you want to feel that slight oscillation. That is energetic vibration. Now, what you can do with this is you can begin to sense the different vibrations of different things. Like, for example, this crystal. I can put just my hand over it here, and I can feel the energetic vibration of this crystal because I've made myself sensitive enough where I don't even have to, like, put an energy ball around it. But, like, for those of you that are starting out, what you can do is just put a little energy ball around it, and you can sense the vibration of like this guy or another crystal. Or if those of you who love plants, I know one of my buddies really loves plants, you can put like an energy ball around this plant and just feel that energy ball permeate just around the plant, and you can get a good sense of what that object's vibration is. Now, some different things with energetic vibrational control is like I've showed you guys in the past how I've created an energy ball where like I've sent it out and like in the video, and this video is always going to contain what like I have shown here. You don't have to watch this live or anything, but if you're sensitive enough, you can actually feel the energy I sent out through this video, and you'll be able to feel that energy projecting into your room. And I can do that if you like right now. Now, if you don't want to have that happen, you can pause this video and you can click out of it or whatever. But here I'm going to do it. And this is just shifting the energy in your room. Alright? Now, I'll send it out. Now, you might be able to feel like a presence is there, and what you should be noticing is everyone has a presence of like some sort of energy. And like whether it's a person, like even when you're talking to a person, they have a specific presence to them. That is their energetic vibrational signature. And so that energetic signature is that vibrational energy that you're trying to sense or you're feeling as you talk to person. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to shift that energy in your room up and down so you can get an idea of what happens when the energy shifts. Okay, so I'm going to raise it up first. Then I'm going to raise it down where it's a lot more grounding. Raise it back up. And then back to center, where it's going to more center your energies than anything. And this is not meant to like scare any of you guys. It's like healers use this all the time where they can ground a person's energy, or they can raise it, or they can help center their energy where it's a lot more calmer. And crystals do relatively the same thing. They can raise the vibration, they can ground it, they can center it. It just depends on the crystal and what it's used for. Now, to control that vibrational energy, what you want to do is, and like I recommend trying this on your own at first, and getting the handle on it. So what you can do is, like, for example, I felt the energy in my finger here. Let's just draw my little finger here. Or, if it was in my hand. I'm doing a very poor job on this hand. Excuse me on that. But you feel the energy field right around your hand or even in your hand. And what you want to do is, like I said earlier, you'll feel those oscillations. What you want to do is you want to focus on those oscillations, and whether it's through feeling or visualizing, you want to feel them oscillate or visualize it. And you'll go more and more and more and more until you raise the vibration or you lower it. So, like, it's just like a scale. Like when you're like listening to like those dog whistles, it's like the frequency goes down, up, or otherwise. And for those of you that are more math people, like, let's say this is like a baseline frequency, and we just have the normal dips and troughs here. The faster the frequency is, you're going to get a lot more of these closer together. So it's going to be a lot more of a higher frequency. So raise it up more and more and more. The higher the frequency, the more like longer between each of these is a lower frequency. And now frequencies each have their own benefits. And some of you may say, oh, a lower frequency, that's terrible. Not really. Like, lower frequencies can have some good effects. Like things do not become bad until they become destructive. Like, for example, I've used the term like, are supernovas destructive or are black holes destructive? You might say yes, they eat everything up for black holes, and supernovas, they destroy everything. But without supernovas, like, and all that heat and pressure and everything else, what begins to happen is like elements are actually created. Anything above iron is because of supernovas. Or black holes, it's like they're at the center of galaxies, and everything spins around them. Like, no galaxy without a black hole. And there's some other factors drawn in there, but the black hole at the center helps drive a galaxy. So without that, it's like things may look like they're destructive, but it's like, are they really? Or fire, for example, it's like you cook with it, but what begins to happen when that fire gets out of control? It burns things, or it can help cook a nice meal. And it's the same with healing. Like, you may think like, higher vibrations are good, I just want to put the highest vibration on this person. But what can begin to happen is, you drive that too high, and you put too much energy into the person, you can actually begin to hurt them. So be careful when you do that. And like, I would always recommend to new healers, like, when you put your hands over somebody, like, get an idea of what their body can handle in terms of energy and also vibrational frequency. Because the higher the frequency you drive up, the more and more that, it may be good at first, but you get too high, and what you can begin to do is fry their nervous system. And, you'll see these people that, they take marijuana or any drugs without, like, any, let's see, what's the word for it? Like, they're just taking it just for fun without any ritualistic things or preparing themselves. That's the word I'm looking for, preparation. And what can begin to happen is, like, all those doorways that act in your body as safeguards to, like, allow healthy flow of energy flow through you without, frying everything, are blasted open, and they can really begin to harm the body. So that's something to keep in mind. And, while these processes over time, when given breaks and stuff, can begin to heal, over time you can begin to damage those spots. So that's something to be aware of. Like, higher vibrations, you don't want to always drive it up when you're healing somebody or put so much energy into somebody, because that can actually hurt somebody. You can drive them into energetic overload. Now, for some of the other things I was going to talk about, chakra energetic signatures. The chakras in each of our systems have different jobs, different frequencies, and you can use that body awareness I've taught you guys, where you shift your awareness down to, let's say, the root chakra, and you begin to feel that frequency it has, and then you can move up to the sacral, the stomach, the heart, the throat, the third eye, and the crown, and they each have their own frequencies. And what you can begin to tell with each of those is, for example, is when I'm sensing for a problem with somebody, or I'm doing some healing on somebody, I will sense the frequencies right around, for someone, if they have a problem with communication with their heart, and what I'll sense is denser areas where the frequencies are significantly lower than the other areas, and that's usually where a block is. And what you can begin to do is you can begin to send out energy to where it's you can begin to pinpoint okay, there's a block there and a block there. And what can begin to feel like when you feel a block is it kind of feels like you run into a wall or a rock, or kind of a rock, or you may, for those of you who are clairvoyant, it may feel like a black rock or something. And so that's some of the things you can do with feeling the different energetic signatures around each of the chakras in different parts of the human body and the auritic field and so on. Now, as for feeling different energies, what you can do is just push your energetic field out and just begin to look for the different energetic frequencies of plants, trees, people. I don't recommend doing it around people at first, but just kind of build yourself up. And it does take time to start recognizing the subtle signals and differences in vibrations. For example, when you start looking at things where you're and you start, let's say, for example, etherically projecting yourself, one thing that's a little difficult is discerning the different frequencies that are around you and knowing what each of them are and what they're doing, because it's just at first it's kind of just a bunch of noise, you don't know what it is, but over time, when you're a baby or when you're learning, it's you begin to realize what different frequencies are and what they each mean to you. Anyways, if you guys have any questions or comments, you can put them down in the in the comment section below. And anyways, I have a great day, and I'll see you guys later.